Hello and welcome to another update video on gold. Yeah, gold is respecting our levels quite well at the moment. It is also a chart that's quite good to read right now. In yesterday's video, we talked about potentially another low and that the price could reach this blue zone, specifically the 100% extension level. And the thesis is still that a third wave topped on the 22nd of April. And that, I mean, overall already since end of April, we've been watching for this larger correction to unfold, to reach this blue zone. And the idea is that at some point now, a B wave bounce should start. So the idea is that obviously, after a three wave move down, we do expect a larger bounce, okay? The main question at the moment is, have we bottomed already, or do we need one more low? I think we might have bottomed already. I mean, yesterday's update, and if you are one of our members via the stocks membership, then you do get the gold updates as well as part of your membership here on Discord. The update yesterday was that the price is following the white scenario nicely so far. There was a level that needed to indicate that a low of sorts had formed, but we were watching for lower prices and a test of $3,150 next. And so that happened, okay? So it's now time to recalibrate. Now that this level has been tested, we have seen a nice reaction to that level. Let's discuss what's happening. So there is this expected bounce, yeah? There is this expected reaction, which does look somewhat impulsive, at least on the smaller time frame. We've broken below above the previous high, but it's not high enough to be clearly a more substantial low. What could happen easily at this point, because I'm considering this move down, I consider that this is an ending diagonal. So we had a wave 1, a wave 2, a wave 3. My preferred interpretation is that it's now forming a wave 4. We get one more low in 5. Then we have clear 5-wave decline in wave C of the larger degree 4th wave. Or of the A wave, okay? So that's what we said as well. It could be an A wave or a wave 4 that's finishing there. Preferred would be the wider wave 4, so that whatever's happening in this blue box, the low that's forming, and I do expect a low to form there, should probably rather be the A wave of a larger wave 4. So that we're forming a more substantial wave 4 correction, yeah? So what do you see on the chart here now? So first of all, we need to distinguish between do we get another low or not. And it will depend on the reaction to this resistance area. We've now reached this resistance level or area. And if we see a pullback from here, it could be a B wave pullback and further upside. So I mean, this is the area that if it gets broken to the upside is more likely the direct move up, okay? So that we do not get another low in this C wave that started on the 6th of May. So for me, I would prefer another low at this point, but I recognize that the 100% extension level has already been reached. That's normally an ideal target for such a C wave. So there's normally not a need for another low. There is not that need for another low. But essentially, this will now be the area that will decide whether we get this one more low in the 5th wave. If we do, 3,085 is next support. I wouldn't rely on one more low. I mean, it looks like it might need even a BC pattern. So either way, seems likely that we will form a more clearly defined ABC structure anyway. Okay, so if there is a pullback, there is a micro support area I can add to the chart that you can watch. This is really just micro support. We measure the length of that move up. And then the standard support is here between $3,141 and $3,177. In case a pullback starts from here, which isn't confirmed yet, right? There's no real reaction yet to resistance. But with that update, you should have the relevant parameters. Reaction to resistance could send us back into micro support there. And then if the price reacts there, at least we can watch for it. Another rally higher in this wave 4 would be likely. And then it will be that area here around 3,262 that will decide whether we are already in the larger bounce or we get another low. So and white is at the moment preferred. I mean, this would be the ideal pathway in my view. But sometimes the market breaks boundaries, so it's just important to understand what are those levels, what are those parameters, and what's the likely pathway if those support or resistance levels get broken. That's the update on gold. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. Yeah, and if you're interested in additional updates, then make sure that you also check out our stocks membership. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.